Tales leaking out from behind those Georgia prison walls sound like something straight out of a gangland thriller. According to reports, King was left clinging to consciousness after being jumped in his block. Guards scrambled to pull him away while chaos erupted all around them, forcing an emergency lockdown. Sources say he was rushed under armed guard to the prison infirmary, his face bruised and swollen, his body barely moving.
What speaks without ever saying a word? Skin. Dime is a...
Staff had to fight to restore order as a full-blown melee broke out, leaving multiple inmates injured. And for anyone assuming this was just a random fight or some routine initiation gone wrong, think again. The whispers say this wasn't spontaneous. This was a targeted hit. Inmates allegedly turned on King in what some are already describing as a vicious, calculated ambush. Some believe it was payback for his constant flaunting of wealth and privilege, while others think it was a warning shot, a chilling reminder that behind bars, fame means nothing, and weakness makes you prey.
Yeah, so him being arrested isn't really like the shocker, it's him coming out and his, I guess, reaction to it, right? Because everybody's saying, King, you grew up privileged, bro. Why are you going down this path? Now he's talking about F the police, F12, so, you know, it just, he...
As the news spread, the internet exploded. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok lit up with reactions. Some users expressed genuine shock and sympathy, but others mocked him, saying King had finally met the real world and couldn't handle it. The Harris family, meanwhile, is said to be in full panic mode, scrambling for answers as whispers grow that this may not be the last time King is targeted. Social feeds lit up like wildfire, flooded with live commentary, wild speculation, and inevitably, a storm of conspiracy theories. The first wave of unconfirmed rumors pointed straight at ongoing conflicts with other inmates. One source close to the Harris circle whispered that King had been marked for humiliation weeks ago, targeted not by chance, but by design. Another insider tied to prison staff insisted King was already a pariah inside those walls, resented for both his family's fame and his own loud attempts to stand on business like he ran the yard. Inmates who spoke anonymously claimed they'd warned him to watch his back, saying he was too loud, too proud, and way too soft for that world. Empty talk anymore. They turned into brutal action. The Harris family's response? Full-blown emergency mode. We're hearing T.I. hasn't slept since the attack. He's been making desperate calls to attorneys, politicians, and anyone who might hold even the slightest influence over the Georgia Department of Corrections. One Atlanta source claims Tip has already offered to write any check, make any promise, even sign NDAs if it means getting King out alive before it's too late. It's almost surreal to imagine the self-anointed King of the South brought to his knees, but that's exactly what's happening behind the scenes. Meanwhile, Tiny has reportedly locked herself in a separate war room, coordinating publicists, lawyers, and media allies. And in private, the couple's famous unity is starting to crack. Sources say the arguments between T.I. and Tiny have become explosive, with each blaming the other for how their son ended up in this nightmare. Friends close to the family aren't even sure anymore whether T.I. and Tiny are fighting to save King or just fighting each other, all while their son's life hangs in the balance.